Hello everyone, it's Nancy. I'm sorry I have not posted for a while, since June to be exact. Had a lot of stuff happen to me this summer, and a lot of discovery, how to figure out my life without my Bob, and so I'm gonna make, my flip throughs, and I'm gonna cut them off at the month so that, they're not too long and everything. And I'm gonna show you what I've been doing. Been doing lots of art, lots of self-discovery, and just trying to make it through. And I also left the country and for the first time in my life and went to Canada for my son's wedding. So let's get at it. My layout is still the same. I'm still using my Miguel Ruiz, which really looks like it's been through the ringer. I'm filming this at night, so it's kind of a bad lighting, but I want to get this out because I've got a few more videos that I want to do too this weekend and some artwork. So I started off June 1st working on a commission piece for someone, and used my art table for really the first time, without just futzing around since he left. I planted some herbs, had one of my special vegetarian dishes. I'm kind of turning back into a vegetarian too. Worked on my Bob's Birds book, and here I recorded myself playing Somewhere Over the Rainbow for my violin group, and so that went well. I'm starting to learn how to play in front of people. So in fact, on Sunday I'm going to my first Celtic jam. I'm so excited. I hope they will be too after hearing me. I decided to have cereal that night, and I painted the horses in the pasture. Tried to wear my Birkenstock, but my feet ain't doing it. I have periods where I'm crying, a lot for different reasons, and mainly because I miss Bob. And here it's coming up on our 16th anniversary, and I'm thinking about it, and so a lot of tear pages and a lot of phone conversations with family and friends trying to put me back together again. We had storms the night before, but I didn't lose power or anything. My art room is a total disaster area, and I had really not even fixed it up after Christmas and Valentine's Day, and then everything went awry from there. I was working on my violin vibrato, and I think I have finally got it. Trying to organize the art room, what I had for dinner. I actually gave myself a glass of wine. Oh, and I got on the 5th of June, I got the Lions iBank wrote me a letter saying that 2 people have the gift of sight now because of Bob's gift to them. A woman from Milwaukee and a man from West Bend. So I was very, very happy that that they wrote me that letter. That was very sweet. Made my day. I went to see if I could get myself into, I have a really, really expensive handicap vehicle that I can't use anymore. And I could cut my payments down really much if I could get rid of it, but I haven't. But I wanted to see if a Ford Escape would work for me, and it did, but I can't find a buyer for my almost brand new car, so that's the issue. I still have it. I've been painting a lot in my moleskin and my Fabriano. I'm almost done with the Fabriano book, and so I might be doing a flip through this weekend. Cried all day, tired of talking to myself, and that's really, I'm just so used to being with him, and and talking and, having a good time. We were two peas in a pod, and so lots of crying pages. Next, and so I was busy working. And that's the one thing that I found out that helps me, doing chores, keeping busy, so my mind is off of things, and painting. So that's what I've been busy doing. Of course, I have more paintings than I have a clean house. Oh. So here was one of the days that I'm trying to get a new attitude, and I'm so blessed that I found a soulmate, and I'm going to celebrate our 16th anniversary by painting in all of our favorite places, and so that's what the plan I made for that next coming weekend. So I was having a good day. Again, tired of listening to myself talk, so I went outside and I painted the sunset and listened to the frogs sing, and so that's, I had a good time doing that. Still having problems sleeping, and I'm still am, but it's not, it's more of maybe 1 or 2 nights a week versus every single night, and then it's not as severe as it was. And I'm considering buying stock in puffs because I keep on using them, and I made a phone call to start grief counseling, so I'm going to start doing that this summer. I walked that Thursday, and I started getting all my art supplies together, and I also was learning the mountain dulcimer, and I put a strap on it, but I haven't gotten very far with doing anything with that. Bob had bought that for me a few years ago. And I said I was going to make him proud. And I'm really rusty with my painting. So here's Friday, our anniversary weekend, and I put a picture of me walking into his house, and the first thing that I saw when I saw him, we had met online and we talked and we emailed and we talked on the phone, and then when it came to meeting, I came up to the North Woods and met him, and as soon as I walked into his house, I was blinded by him taking a picture of me, and he said that and I said, "Why did you do that?" And he said he wanted to never forget the first time he saw me. So that was the start of me falling in love with him. And I talked about what we all did, our first dinner together. Well, I made vegetarian spaghetti, and we had wine and looked at wildflowers. And then Saturday, it started raining, pouring. I said, I'm still going out. I don't care. I'll paint in my car. So I went a whole bunch of different places, and my paintings went really well, and I felt like he was with me, and his magic was with me. Got plenty of coffee and bathroom breaks at McDonald's. Then the next day, I went to some places that were his favorite places to hunt and fish, and it was very hard for me to paint those places, and I ended up crying all the way home. But I painted. Then on Monday, went to the dentist, had a whole bunch more rain. I went and started my counseling, which was very, very good, and she told me to listen to my inner little Nancy. Sometimes she's smarter than Big Nancy. Then wanted to get my radio fixed, so back to Green Bay and got a haircut in preparation for my son coming. We're going to Canada, so this is the start of my big trip, getting ready. I had to get my last baby tooth out. Yes, I'm gonna be 62 years old next month, and I just lost my last baby tooth. So, but the dentist says, good news, I do not have to grow up. So, that's all I care about. I had angel hair pasta with spinach, berry smoothie for lunch. Gonna try to work on the trading in the car to get something else. And I took it to get it appraised, the car, and it says, I feel like I'm letting Bob go, and how can I forgive myself? So I painted, and I went to the skin cancer doctor, and I'm fine. And I walked around the turnaround 3 times, so I told myself I needed to be brave. Next day, Friday, I was up early, filled the Oriole hummingbird feeders, practice, wrote poems. I was busy the whole day long, and it was a good day. Saturday, June 20th, have so hard time driving in the car with a big empty space next to me. I mean, I don't even have a seat there. It's a handicap van, so it's just a big empty space where Bob used to be. So I end up talking to him. Had my piano lesson. I'm now taking piano lessons too. I knew how to play, but I'm playing the wrong way, so I wanted to jump up my game to be able to learn more songs. And I hung some new curtains up in the living room. Sunday is usually my cleaning and washing day. And I learned they had something on TV that I was watching about Queen Victoria, and she was a big watercolor person, and she lost the love of her life and became a recluse and mourned for 40 years, and she painted up in the hills of Scotland. So I really felt connected to that. After I cleaned, I went and did some oils, but it was, you really have to know what you're doing when you're working in oils, especially outside, because the paint seems to get all over you. And that's what it did. Found out I dropped 2 sizes, could fit into some old jeans. Felt good about that. Been trying to walk more, and so I kept on doing that. I made some hummingbird food because they say that the stuff you get in the store is bad for the birds, so I'm making my own bird food now. Not feeling good, had to go to the doctors. They put me on antibiotics right before my vacation. Yay me. I packed up another art bag. I've got lots of art supplies, let me tell you, and just wait till you find out what happens in August. I wanted to go down to town to a trail that Bob always wanted me to paint, and we never did. And I wanted to go down to Milwaukee, and then I find out that there's no hotel rooms available because of Summerfest going on. So I didn't. And then with me not feeling good, I decided, I might as well just stay home. Drinking lots of water, worked in Bob's bird book, got a George Foreman grill, and I was doing chicken breast on it, and I ended up burning them. And such is life for me. I should just quit trying to even cook. I went to bed early. More antibiotics. I got a pedicure, cleaned out the refrigerator because my son, he's skinny and tall, and he can eat just like a horse, I tell you. Counseling going good. Up all night going to the bathroom. I picked up David at 11 o'clock down in Green Bay, and we went and had lunch and I was going to pick him up at 11 o'clock the next day. Okay, so I was cleaning and stuff. And then on Saturday, I did pick him up, and we had a salad and pizza for dinner, and then the birds that were in the birdhouse was trying to coax the baby out, and he didn't want to go. He was just going to sit there and wait for Mama and Daddy to feed him. I went grocery shopping, mega groceries, to the tune of $200 worth. Usually I spend like $40. The next day, my daughter came up with the grandkids. We had brats and burgers and pasta salad and fruit salad. David took the kids out on the boat, in a boat on the lake. It was so much fun. Bob had bought the kids some soccer goalies and some frisbee golf, and we didn't get a chance to give them to them last year, so I gave them to them this year, and they were playing all day with that, and then they had to go back home. Daniela had to go back to work. And on the last day of June, David is still with me, and he set up a beautiful still life of a whole bunch of Bob's stuff, his deer horns, his glasses, a camera, a nest we had found together with some of the flowers that I saved from his funeral, and we both sat there. He wanted to learn more how to, he's very artistic too, but he does it on the computer, and he wanted to learn more how to draw. I had my blood tested. My blood was okay, so in a few days we'll be leaving for Canada, and I sure enjoyed, the time with him. So that was my June, and I will cut this off now and film another one for July where I go to Canada. I hope everyone is having a good evening. It's Labor Day weekend, and it's very, very warm here. It's in the 80s, and so I've got the air on. You might hear that in the background. So I will see you in a few minutes. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Thank you.